YouTube! It's been a minute. I haven't filmed in like, I don't know the last time I posted a YouTube video. It's probably been like 2 or 3 weeks. Mainly because I just haven't felt like it. But I was sitting here today, I'm about to go for a swim, and I was like, you just gotta break the... It's like when you're getting in cold water, you just gotta get right in. And I keep, with the YouTube stuff, I'm like, well, I don't know what to fucking film anymore. So I was like, just break the ice. You just gotta jump right in the cold water and get used to it. So I was like, let me just whip out the camera real quick. Partly what I mean by saying I don't know what to film anymore is now that it's like I have this week, I have next week, and then the following week is like race week or whatever. So the workouts are getting pretty small. So like today it's only like 1,500 meters, which isn't even 2,000 yards. That said, I'm still gonna swim. I'm gonna swim 2,000 yards and then a 5-mile run. So I'm kind of like, what's there to film? Not that I film the workouts anyways, it's always just me friggin' blabbering my friggin' mouth. But yeah, so I was kind of like, what's the point? But looking back, in the future looking back, like I'll probably want to see this stuff. So I was like, whip it out. Just whip it out real quick. So yeah, 2,000 yard swim, 5-mile run. That's what we're doing today. A couple things I was thinking about. I've been like lacking confidence in just like my fitness. It's kind of what I've been thinking the past couple weeks. I'm like, am I even good? Like, am I good enough? So that's kind of something I've been thinking about too. I don't think it's true. Like, I don't think my fitness is, I keep getting in my head, I'm like, am I just getting worse? I don't know. I think like, just been like on edge for this whole prep, and I think it's just been catching up to me a lot. I've said that a lot, but so I think just like sleep and being tired and like just getting exhausted and probably not getting in enough calories has not helped. And that's not every day, it's just on specific days, like when I had the 100-mile rides and stuff and the runs, like you're burning 7,000 calories, so it's just hard to get all that back, and then when you're training the next day doing a bunch of stuff, so that's kind of been catching up to me and stuff like that. But so I think that hasn't helped in the terms of my confidence. But as these workouts are now getting smaller, like the amount of calories I'm burning is much more manageable, and that I'm just going to continue trying to eat a lot and then hopefully kind of bounce back from the last few weeks of kind of just running in a deficit the entire time. So it's kind of where my head's at with that. That said, I do kind of feel a little bit of a cold right now when I woke up this morning. But the benefit is that I'm going to swim. And in the 2 other times where I've been like, oh, I kind of feel like something coming on, every time I swim and then get out of the pool, I feel better. And I feel like that's just because of all the chlorine and like chemicals in the water that just clean me out. So, and that's kind of why I think the pool water is so disgusting, because everyone's in there just spitting and pissing and snot everywhere. So it's probably really, really nasty water, which is why there's all the chemicals in it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to go do right now. I'm not going to bring the camera. I don't want to be filming at the pool when everyone's in their bathing suits and there's kids running around. So that would be weird. But yeah, that's the plan right now. And then I'll whip this back out for the quick 5-mile run. All right. So that last clip was around 10 a.m. this morning. It's now, I don't have my watch on, 10:41 at night. So the plan was to whip out the camera again before the 5 miles, but I had car issues after my swim. I parked my car at the pool, and I went to promptly get back in my car after the swim, and it did not start. It did not start, did not crank, it did not do shit. It just clicked. Basically, it wasn't a battery issue or anything like that, or nothing that I could just like get my car jumped in quick. So, got it towed. Getting it towed was a whole gosh darn thing. They sent one tow truck that came many hours later, like 12:30 to 1:30 to 2:30 to 3:30 to 4:30. So 4.5 hours later is when the first tow truck came. Couldn't do it. After an hour, they figured that out. So then at 6, I called a tow truck myself because the shop said, I know a guy. And I was like, I trust you. I told you my car's low. You guys work on low cars. I trust your judgment. I'll take your guy. Your guy was a doofus, and so was his assistant. Nonetheless, they were very funny. It was really funny, and equally I was like, well, this is funny, but it's also my car that is about to get fucked up. So I was balancing those two emotions, but it was funny. But called the tow truck myself. That's what I should have done in the first place. 15 minutes later, they were there. 10 minutes later, car was on the truck. What do you know? But nonetheless, my car's been having a lot of issues anyways lately, and I just haven't had the time to do it and fix all these lingering things. So that's probably why it wouldn't start. But nonetheless, it'll get fixed, it'll get sorted, it'll just be, I don't want to talk about money. So it doesn't fucking matter anyways, because we're eating. We're gonna eat right now. The only thing I walked to Chipotle as I was waiting for the first tow truck. But nonetheless, that Chipotle was like, they totally gypped me. I feel like I ate that and I was like, that's it? That's it? So, whatever. So, and then I came back. I got back to my apartment a little bit after 7, around 8 o'clock. It's 10:40 now. So I ran the 5 miles, average pace 6:36, solid, felt chill. Which is cool because even when I was prepping for my last sub 3-hour marathon, the first attempt, I wouldn't go out and run 6:36 and feel like this is chill. So that's cool. It shows the fitness I put in, and I'm still on tired legs. I feel like my legs aren't as efficient as like my body or my heart, kind of. So I feel like my legs just can't really keep up with me right now, just because they're always fucking tired. But I got a pound of beef, 5 eggs. I have rice, and then I also have, I've been doing mixed, I gotta be careful, I don't have pants on. Mixed nuts in my food. Nuts in my beef is crazy, but it's actually really good. So that's what I've been doing lately, and that's what I'm gonna munch on tonight. Kind of a bigger dinner just because I really haven't eaten much today because I was stuck in a parking lot all day. But that's okay, it was a smaller day anyways. 2,000-yard swim, 5-mile run. And then luckily where I swim has a gym, so I was like, well, once I realized like this tow truck's taking a fucking minute, I was like, well, I can just work out here, do my 100 pull-ups and stuff like that. So that worked out, did a little shoulders and back and pull-ups, and then, yeah, now I'm back here. I will pull out the camera tomorrow. All these workouts are so small now. Like tomorrow I just have 1 hour on the bike. I think I have to look, but I'm pretty sure it's just 1 hour. I will go to the gym, and then I'll work. But it's nice because I'm getting a little bit of time back that's not invested in the workouts. That said, it's still like, I mentioned in the first clip, I'm pretty sure, of like the confidence within myself and my fitness and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm just curious to see where I'm at. I think there's some factors like I'm wondering if I got as much out of myself as I could have simply due to recovery and lack thereof. And like, am I pushing my body too far to where I'm digging myself in a hole and I'm just not getting better? It's something I've been thinking about the past week or two. So it makes me nervous. I'm like, did I even get better during this entire prep, or did I just kind of fuck myself? So that's what I've been thinking about, but I'm gonna whip the camera out tomorrow. I'm gonna eat and stuff like that tonight, and then I'm gonna sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow for my little bike ride. Oh, here we go, baby. We're on the bike. We got that 1 hour, it just said 1 hour aerobic ride. I'm gonna call it 1 hour upper aerobic. But we're 7 minutes in. We're sitting at 180 watts right now. Let the legs warm up, just because, especially when I run at night and then when I wake up in the morning, you feel it more as opposed to if I ran earlier in the day. My body has more time to recover, but not a big deal. It's only 5 miles. This is only an hour and it's on the bike, so it's chill as opposed to if I had to go run again this morning. It'd be like a bit more of a process to warm up. But yeah, so I had, going into the bike, I had 2 bananas, coffee, electrolytes, and I guess that's it. Can't sit up and talk, but yeah, I got one more banana here. I just have water. I don't have any like orange juice or anything like that, which kind of blows. But it's not, this won't be like a crazy hard ride or anything. So, I guess whatever. Yeah, so then Ironman, we're just over 2 weeks out. It's like 2 weeks and like a couple days. But yeah, I think it's piggybacking off of the lack of confidence in myself, in my training. It's like just having to trust the training and have confidence in the stuff that I have done. And that even though I may not feel the best, that once I start to recover more these next 2 weeks with these smaller workouts, and hopefully I can, like, I'll get good sleep and stuff and just continue eating a lot, that I'll just continue to get better and better. So yeah, that's all I can really do at this point. Obviously, like, or not obviously, but there's definitely ways or things I would have changed about this prep to just make it, or to have made it better, or I just wish it would have went better than it did, because there were some, hair in my mouth, there's some workouts where it was like, a couple of them, there were like a couple swims I had to cut short due to me just feeling like shit / time, but more so because I felt like crap. Then there are a couple bike rides that I had to cut short due to time. So it's like, but only a couple. Within those 18 weeks, it was a couple bikes that got cut short and like a couple swims that got cut short, which is within the last couple weeks. And that's due, again, to time / me feeling like ass and thinking like, that's always the hard decision to make, is like, all right, am I being lazy or do I really need to rest instead of finish this? And I think, I don't know, I think I made the right call. It doesn't matter now because it's in the past, but I think I did. But I think that those things kind of linger with me a little bit. And then the Mondays after those giant brick workouts where I was doing like 100 miles, I feel like that's when I really started to feel the true fatigue of this prep catch up. It was when I started doing like consistently every week for multiple weeks in a row, 100+ miles on the bike into some sort of run, because you're just burning a shit ton of calories, and it's hard to just keep up with it when you continue burning a lot of calories every day. So I think that's when I learned or felt the biggest like effect of it all. But usually those Mondays, I would typically swim Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but those Mondays coming off of those bricks, I needed the recovery. So it was like, they were always optional rest days, or they were a guaranteed rest day. I would always just take the rest day because I was like, I really just need it. It was always like a very, like during all the marathon preps, if I needed a rest day, it was because my legs just kind of hurt and they were sore. And I was like, if I run, I'm probably gonna get injured. So like anytime I had a rest day, I was like, that's why, like I'll need this. And I never took like extra ones, I don't think. During I was very, very good about those. But during this, it's been so, the reason I need these rest days, it's just been such a systemic fatigue. It's not like, oh, my legs hurt or I'm super sore. It's just been like I'm just tired, and I feel like I can't. I've talked about it too of like stamina. I said it in one of the reels on Instagram. I said that after I think I had like a 20-mile run. And you're like, what do you mean you don't have stamina? You just ran 20 miles, but it's like the stamina to just push. I feel like I just have this deep-rooted fatigue throughout this whole prep. And that's kind of what scares me in the sense of like going into this race. Like, will I even recover in time? And really, realistically, like how long? Because I think there's reasons as to, like I think it's kind of rooted back like years back. I think, I mean, there's reasons to that I won't talk about here, but yeah, I don't know. So, just been thinking a lot about that stuff, but nonetheless, it's an easy hour on the bike. Starting to get a little sweat going, which is nice. And yeah. Speaking of the bike, I definitely need to clean it. I just lubed up the chain right before this, which you're not really supposed to do right before a ride because now I'm slinging grease everywhere, but it needed to get done, so whatever. But yeah, I wish I lack a little bit of confidence in my bike too. I just wish, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. But yeah, I don't really have anything particularly interesting to say, so I'm gonna end this clip here before I keep blibber blabbering. See you when I see you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, so I don't remember what the last clip was, but Thursday, it was on the bike. It was on the bike. So Thursday I did that 1 hour on the bike, and then today we did a 2,000 yard swim, which I wasn't even supposed to swim 2,000 yards. It was supposed to be like, it was probably closer to like 1,500. But that difference of 500 yards isn't a lot in terms of like the physical tax. And I want to get extra swimming in, and 2,000 yards at this point, honestly, it really isn't that much. So that's cool. And I averaged a 129 per 100, which I've never averaged anything in the 20s for swimming. And my goal at the end of this prep was for every swim to just be averaging in the 130s. And I do that, and it's pretty much always a low 130, 31, 32, 33, 34. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. And then finally got that 129. And then as I keep going, it'll just get faster. And that's cool. And I'll get asked like, how do you get good at swimming? Or people will DM me like, how did you get good at swimming? I'm not good at swimming, but I just kept showing up and I just kept doing it. And through that, you learn. And then watching triathlon type videos and stuff. But I wanted to pull out the camera just real quick to say that, to talk about the swim. And then tomorrow, kind of similar situation. I only have 5 miles planned for tomorrow. That's what's on my plan. Shout out to ChatGPT and my prompts and just what I know about myself. But probably gonna do 8 to 10 miles unless I wake up feeling like dog shit, which I don't know why I would. Probably 8 to 10 miles, just because I'm still like 2 weeks out, and Saturday is supposed to be like the long run, and 8 to 10 miles isn't like a real. I wouldn't consider that like a long run, and as opposed to like an 18, 20 mile or something like that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do 8 to 10, I think. So yeah, that's the plan. And right now I have half a pound of beef, half a pound of ground turkey, and rice with a little bit of honey and salt. And then I have the Formula One sprint qualifying on here in fucking whatchamacallit, Austin, Texas. Also the daily, something I want to do, like a series just on YouTube, not even a series, just like when I feel like it, is just do a video when I talk about the daily doodle. It could be a minute long, could be 20 minutes long, or an hour long, who knows, but probably not that. But today's daily doodle was, I see you. It's simple, small, short. It's just, and the doodle is the dude standing in the mirror with like kind of like a soft smile and looking at himself in the mirror. He's like, I see you. I see you. It's like that's in your back pocket. You see yourself. You know what you're doing. You know what you've done. And that's where, I always feel like that's where the integrity thing comes in of like, only you know the things you're doing every single day and whether it's right or wrong or whether you believe it's right or wrong. If you're constantly doing the wrong and you know it, I don't think you would feel very good about yourself. Or at least I wouldn't. I wouldn't look in the mirror and be like, I see you. In a good way, at least. So, nonetheless, I'm going to not keep talking. I'm going to eat and sleep. And then in the morning, we're going to go run. So that's the plan. It's Saturday morning. I'm going to go run 10 miles. I think I said this last night, but it's planned for 5. I thought maybe 8. That's 7. 8 to 10. But we're gonna do 10 because I'm just like that. 10 is like the perfect distance. It's like not too short, but it's not too far. I don't know. I feel like 10 miles is a good number. I like 10 miles. So we're gonna go run 10 miles. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I've had electrolytes this morning, and then I had this, it's like fruit cereal, so it's like, today it was just 2 bananas I cut up and then some mixed nuts from Aldi. And then I put milk, honey, and cinnamon in there, and it's like fruit cereal. That's some good looking, some healthy cereal if you ask me. So I ate that, and then I had coffee as well. So that's all I've had so far today. I'm gonna bring 1 gel with me. Typically I wouldn't bring gels on 10-mile runs, but anything 10 or under I wouldn't bring a gel, but I'll bring 1 for today. And then 2, I'm still gonna go to the gym after this, so it's like, I'm not even just fueling for the run and thinking about like, all right, I'm doing other things today, so having the gel will help for that. And then, yeah. Disregard the pile of laundry on my bed. It is clean. I'm gonna put it away. Not after this clip, but probably after the run. Because I want to just start running. I edited the reel too this morning. But yeah, alright. Alright, let's go. I'll see you when I get back. Just got done with my 10-mile run. Average 6:49. Mile 1 was like a 6:51. And I was like, oh, I should probably slow down. But my issue is like once I start out at a pace, it's just, I don't know, I just like can't slow down. Whether it's 7:30, 8 minutes, or 6:51, I just like won't go fucking slower. I don't know, it's weird. But nonetheless, I was like, I'm gonna slow down, and then the next mile was faster. So, I don't know. But whatever, that's cool. It's a cool problem to have, I don't know. Not really a cool problem because if I was going like longer, and then it's just so like, to go from not running to running and the first mile be pretty quick, it's too abrupt. Like you're better off easing into it and then slowly speeding up, especially over the course of, say, like a marathon. When you start out running 6:30s like a fucking fool, and then you blow up at mile 20 and blow your first sub-3 attempt. But you know what? That makes it all the better. Nonetheless, so we got back, we did those 10 miles, felt good, felt solid. I think 8 miles was probably a better call just because my legs were tired. By mile 8, I was like, this would have been a good ending point. Since it was supposed to be 5, I was like, I'm gonna do more than 5. So I said 10. Should have done 8, but it's fine. So I have 3 eggs, a half a pound of ground chicken, and rice, as well as salt. And then I also have the F1 sprint race going on, so I'm eating this real quick. Obviously I just showered and I'm gonna go to the gym. We got 100 pull-ups, shoulders and back, but what I'm gonna do is do pull-ups, superset it with shoulder press, and maybe like 1 or 2 other little quick things, but trying to be timely. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. The sprint race, lap 1, turn 1. If you watch F1 or you follow it in any form or fashion, by the time this video goes up, it's not a spoiler, but if there's anyone, well, both McLarens are out. So for them, they're like, all right, well, at least my teammate's out. But Maxi Max, dude. If there's anyone that that could come back and win this championship from that big of a deficit, it's Mr. Max. And imagine if like that race, I forget where it was, when Antonelli took Max out on lap 1, turn 1 or 2. I love all those memes for the Mercedes guys, for George and Antonelli, where it's like they're little like terrorists and stuff. I quite like those memes. I think they're very funny. But nonetheless, if there's anyone that could do it, it's Max. And you're just like, that would happen. So that would be fucking awesome. But whatever. I feel like George, the McLarens are good because they have a good car, but now their car's not quite as good in comparison to like the Red Max again in the Red Bull and even some of the Mercedes kind of. But I feel like George has driven better than both Oscar and Lando. He just doesn't necessarily have the car. It's like I feel like George and Max are the ones that have been kind of driving the best throughout this season, to where that should sort of be the true championship. But McLaren was in the position they were in. But if the season started out to where the McLaren didn't have as much of a lead as they do now, I don't think either McLaren would be a championship leader. Maybe, but I don't really think so. I think it would be probably Max. Well, it'd probably be Max. But maybe you see like George in second or something like that. But hats off to George, because I think he's been driving really good this season. But nonetheless, this isn't a Formula One YouTube video. This is a Ironman Prep YouTube video. So yeah, I'm gonna do all those things I just mentioned, and we're gonna get to the gym. Howdy ho! It's Sunday, so I just wrapped up an hour and a half on the bike, and then I have a 2-mile run right now. So it's a brick workout, even though I'm moving a little bit slower. But I feel very like just kind of mellow. I'm tired. But yeah, so I'm supposed to pull out the camera before the bike, but I didn't. I kind of forgot. So that's kind of why I'm doing it right now, even though I'm not really saying anything important. But I'm gonna go run the 2 miles and then I'll be right back. All right, baby. So I'm on the bike. So I finished that bike work, or that brick workout on Sunday. It was an hour and a half on the bike, 2-mile run. The biggest takeaway was I still felt like I wasn't pushing on either portion of that workout. And I just felt like I just don't have that stamina to push, whether it's mental and physical. I think it's both. And that's where I think this taper is gonna be so important. I have a deep-rooted, not even sense of fatigue, just a fatigue that needs to go away. And my mindset needs like a mini refresh before this race to again be able to kind of just accept the fact like you're gonna be pushing for 10, 11 hours straight, and it ain't gonna be easy. And I don't want it to be easy, but just accepting that and being able to have the mental fortitude to do that, resilience to do that. And that's why I think this prep is gonna be so important. And then another thing I was thinking about, let me try to set the camera up, but I don't know if you'll be able to see me. See what I can do here. That's probably a really annoying angle, but it works for me. Another thing I was thinking about, and I was kind of talking about for the reel, which will get posted tomorrow, is just taking in, during all the marathon preps, and like when I was ending college, I really tried to take those moments in, so to not look back and think, I wish I would have, or I wish I'd have done things differently, or I wish I, god damn it. Or to think like, oh, I regret not taking it in, I regret not doing this, that, the third. God damn it, I'll hold it. Whatever. And during this Ironman prep in specific, which, to end that thought, I think I did a great job with all 3 marathons and like ending school and everything like that. And I don't look back and like, wish I would have changed things, wish I would have tried harder, because I know I tried my fucking hardest. Goddamn tried my hardest. And with college, I don't look back and think like, man, I wish I would have appreciated that more, took it in more, whatever. Because I really think I did. I'm happy about that. And I'm proud of myself for that, because no one really forced me to do that. I told myself to do it and I did it. And in specific during this Ironman prep, I've done that, but it also literally forced me to, because these workouts, especially towards like after a couple weeks into it, towards the middle, they just get so big. And it's not like you're just doing the one workout that's huge. You're doing that huge workout, and you're doing another one, and then another one, another one, day after day after day after day. And if you zoom out and even look at just 1 week, it could be so easily overwhelming. And you'll be like, or I would be like, holy shit. Like, how am I gonna do this while having my stupid serving job that is completely fucked my sleep schedule to where, like, yeah, while balancing that, while doing the coaching, and I still do the coaching, I stopped talking about it because I can't balance anymore. I'm just working with 3 people, and that's been hard. I can barely like balance my own self. So it's been hard in trying to just get all my workouts done and eat and do all these things. It's just been hard. So looking at a week's time or a week period and seeing these giant workouts and the amount of time you have to put into each one, you're like, how am I gonna get this done today and then do all these other things in the same goddamn day? It's just insane. And it forces me, and probably most people, you have to take it. I was talking about myself. It forced me to have to take things day by day, hour by hour, whatever, which forces me to be more present in what I'm doing and deal with whatever I'm feeling. And another big thing is like giving the best you have on the day. So your best may not be what you have that day, but you still have a best for that day. And giving that, and by the end of the day, you'll know. I always think like, when I go to bed at night, I'm gonna know if I fucking was being a slacker or whatever. But there were a few workouts I had to cut short, whether it was due to me just feeling like dog shit or I didn't have time. But still giving the best I had on that day, I'd go to bed that night thinking like, well, 1, what can I learn from this? What can I do better? But 2, I still did what I could. I dealt with what I had to do. I didn't kill myself over it, because in the past I surely would have. And I got it done. I did what the best I could do that day. And moved on. And just got it done. I moved on to the next day. One of the things I like, I would assume that the people that watch YouTube probably found me from Instagram, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, Liam Crawley _. But when I post my stories, it's kind of where I post all the workouts. Obviously I do the reels, but I'll post like, oh, this run today, this swim today, whatever. But that's only up for 24 hours. And then when that story goes away, that workout's in the past, doesn't matter anymore. I did it, excuse me, whether it was good or bad. I got it done, and you can't hang your hat on it, because you gotta keep going, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep doing better. Obviously, like, that can be a vicious cycle, and you have to be aware of that for your own self, but in general, I like that. Because I could say like, wow, that run was amazing. That was just kind of live through that almost. But you can't. That story disappears, no one sees it, I don't see it anymore, and it's gone. Just like that workout, it's gone, it's in the past. What am I gonna do next? Because it doesn't matter anymore. So, I always kind of like that. But these 30 minutes are up, and I have a coaching call in 8 minutes. I'm gonna do that, and then I have a swim, it's like 1,200 yards, very small. And then the gym, and then I go to work. But the beauty of this prep, it's coming to an end. I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy with how I showed up the best I could every day, despite despite all the feelings and emotions. But yeah, it's coming to an end, as is this YouTube video. So if you watched this far, you're awesome. Follow me on Instagram. Link, or not link, but the handle's in the bio. I love you, you're amazing. Push yourself, do the best you can on the day, and only you know if you truly did that. And that's the beauty of it. Integrity, baby. Only you know, no one else does. That's all that matters. Have a great day.